Timmy should be paid as much as Johnny Rapid.
Freaky style.
Hello, welcome back to Baby Daddies. It's me, your daddy in charge, Imario. I'm doing good as hell this week. Second full week of work. A bitch is tired, but a bitch got paid, and that's what matters.
Amen.
Jake, how the hell are you?
I got
How
the
is you doing?
suds. I got the suds. I feel like shit. I'm congested. I sound congested. I apologize to everyone's ear holes as they listen to me right now. But aside from that, I'm okay because it was my man's birthday this week. So I was busy
Ooh,
doing birthday shit. That's part of why this episode is coming out late. The other half is because I have the suds. So bad timing, but we persevere.
exactly. You know what? Baby daddies make a way.
Yeah, I mean that's also part of
hmm
why we don't have a guest today.
Yeah.
I had the suds, you had a headache. It was just not a
hmm
good week for us.
It wasn't.
So, I mean,
But you know what? We're gonna persevere right through this episode. So we
it
start
is
off on
what
the
it is.
couch with our top three
Top
couples,
three.
Jay and Tony, Sam and Robert, and we got Danny and
Danny and
Victor.
Victor.
hmm
Daddy's calling out Timmy for having to send home another person, which like we talked about this last episode. Timmy, one twink has all the power.
One
They made
twink.
him send home everybody.
Timmy is the most overworked and underpaid twink in the industry.
Uh-huh. And
Honestly.
Paris recognizes that.
hmm Honestly, I Timmy should be paid as much as Johnny Rapid. Because Johnny Rapid was also a twink that was overworked.
And
And I think
heterosexual?
underpaid. Huh?
And heterosexual?
Straight people can be twinks, right?
I guess so, yeah. Johnny Rappi got a whole wife of kids.
Oh, I know.
And he worked, you know, and to put that amount of work in for your children, that is admirable. You know what I
It's not.
mean? He was
hmm
posted up in the middle of them prison showers
I
by
literally was
Raphael
gonna bring up that
Alencar.
scene. Honestly,
That and he did that for his kids. That is true dedication. You said my kids will not go hungry. I don't care if he has to lift me up in the prison showers by the shackles.
that was honestly a scene that connects all gay people. Raphael Alencar and Johnny Rapid. It was
Yup,
experience we
Raphael
all shared.
Alencar, the top with the BBL.
Oh,
Listen,
it-
you're not about to tell me that ass is real. You're not. It's
I'm
simply
not.
not.
The ass is not real. The dick was
Mm-mm.
though.
Speaking of asses that are real, however, I
hmm
am loving the outfits that Samuel and Jay have on today. Jay has on this really cute cutoff, and Samuel has on this
Uh-huh.
lovely blue and gold outfit. It's stun.
She's giving regalia. I cannot with it. I love it.
Hmm.
Cannot parentheses positively. I love it.
Did you catch the shady producer asking Tony, "What do you think Tokyo's gonna think?"
Tony, oh yeah. I'm gonna get some DMs like
I wrote here shady producer, and then right under that I go us reviewing season 1, interviewing Tokyo. So did you watch season 3?
I want to know, did Tokyo watch season three? Because every time I see Tokyo on my Instagram, it's just ass shaking, and I always share because I love that ass. It's
We're
so
gonna
good.
find out. We're gonna find out. We're gonna message
hmm
him. We're gonna get him on season 1. We're gonna get to the nitty gritty, the bottom of it. Robert says that him and Sam have gone through trials and tribulations. And you want to know a secret pet peeve of mine?
What?
I hate the phrase trials and tribulations.
Wait, why do you hate it?
I don't know why I hate it. I just hate it. I think it's so overused. I hate it bad. It's like when something my other really weird pet peeve is when you get like
Mhm.
someone will be like, "Oh my god, girl, we're so funny. We should like start a show. We'll call it the Imario Chronicles." You know, if anything, it's like the blank Chronicles. Bitch, cut it off. I hate it. I hate it. The blank Chronicles. You know,
Mhm.
where they're like, "My life is a movie. I'm gonna call it the Jake Chronicles." Kill
Oh
me.
God, I hate that. My life is
Kill
a
me.
movie.
Kill me. It's not. I promise you.
What are you gonna say? You are a cracked out twink in Boys Town. Your life is not a movie. I've seen it.
It might be a 6-part miniseries, but it for sure ain't a movie. It's gonna be like what they did to the Knuckles movie. They turned it into that 6-part series.
Oh God. Read the girls. The suds got her out tonight.
Yes. Speaking of reading the girls, we got Rachel Shadow back. Hey,
hmm
sister.
Hey, from pride.com. And then
Who
Danny the
Vic steals all his
confessional.
content from. Did you? Victor said, "Oh, I got to go to pride.com to steal my content."
I would
Is
not
that
say that. Can they sue him? I guess
is he
not sue,
now? Is he
but
stealing content or is he aggregating research for his work? You know, it's all
oh,
about framing.
it's the AI of it all.
When
Hmm.
Vic comes out as having Chat GPT Pride.com articles for his research,
Oh my
what
God.
then?
So Rachel comes out and she is spearheading this interview and also a photo shoot. And Stormy clarifies that the photo
We're
shoot
not
is
judging
not going to
it.
be taken into the results of the challenge, which I kind of love it. And hey, like, you know what? Not every girl is a photographer. Not everyone knows how to act in front of a camera. It took me a couple tries on OnlyFans to know how to act in front of a
I
camera.
get that. I have two things here. I was like, okay, yeah, I get on the one point it's not drag race. I don't come here to be like fashion models, but
Yeah.
also I think it should be like maybe like a 25/75 kind of thing
Hmm.
because I feel like the photo shoot works on your chemistry and how comfortable the two of you are together. And you know what I mean? Like, I feel like
No,
that
I get
definitely is
it. I
part of
agree.
a, I feel like you could definitely judge off that. Maybe not like judge on like the poses and stuff, but how well they work
Hmm.
with each other, how well they accomplish the photo shoot rather than like the individual shots like Tyra Bank. You know what I mean? Like, we're not pulling out a
Hmm.
photo, but I don't know. I think we can maybe do some judging on the like a 25/75 on the interview, a little bit on the photo, you know?
Hmm. And I did write some comments about the photos here, which I mean, because like you said, like the photos, like they give who you are as a couple.
Mm-hmm. Like Tony and
And
Jay had some steamy ones.
mhm,
Robert and Sam had more like sincere ones. They were also kind of they had a couple like sensual looking ones, but for the most part, you know, the thing is, Robert and Sam's they just looked like they were going to different events. So I think the photos didn't really work out in their favor. Like because Sam came out
mhm.
in this elegant, beautiful number, and Robert is in like he going to get groceries. It's just it is a cute outfit. You know, I like the button down. The button down is cute.
Hmm.
It's not bad. It's just they're going to
Yes.
different events. Sam is going to an evening thing, and Robert's going to like a day, like a brunch.
I can see that. I mean, that is a critique the housewives usually get. Like they don't look like they're going to the same party. So I get it.
Yeah.
I did write that they were giving like companionship love. I thought that's what they were giving.
Oh, companionship love. Okay.
Hmm. I
Com-
wrote Jay and Tony were giving sex in all caps. It was hot.
and
Um,
Danny and Vic.
I wrote giving friends with two question marks.
Oh, well.
Well,
My
not
favorite
shady.
thing
I
is
just
that Victor in his part of the photo shoot is like working with what's his name? Scott of Scotland. Wait.
oh, I Bob of Scotland, cousin of Tom of
Bob of
Finland.
Scotland. Yeah, Bob of Scotland. That's a Scott of Scotland. That's so stupid. Working with Bob of Scotland. He says, I'm not very pose as they cut to him
Pose.
posing. Because
Hmm.
he's giving face. He's giving you smolder. Yeah, like he was serving to the camera. He's like, I don't pose.
It's just the real girls. Like I'm not one of those cat kitty cat girls, and you see them
Cut
but
to the cat,
nogging
kitty,
on
cat,
stage.
cow.
Like
Yeah. It was giving, are we smiling or serving? No, are we smiling or serving? Let's get into these interviews. Let's start off
okay.
with Tony and Jay.
The Tony and Jay, honestly, they were really comfortable. I was looking at the body language as Rachel because she was judging everything, top to
Oh,
bottom, from the
yes.
hairs to the toes. So
Mm-hmm. Chinny
I thought
chin
the body
chins.
language was very pleasant. Like I felt like I was safe, like nestled in between them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Tony did talk about how there is a career difference because Tony's a banker. He said that was the most vanilla job you could get, and Jay does sex work. So
I
I
get
think you could
that,
still make
but
it
at the
work.
same time, I know some bankers that are sex workers. Let's wake it
I
up.
I know some bankers who can do roller skates and be giving it on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race. Wait, did you watch the most recent episode?
Oh, I did. Why I immediately thought Robbie Turner.
Wait, Robbie Turner's not dead? No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, did she get? I was trying to like unravel another Robbie
Oh,
Turner lie.
I mean, Auntie
Yeah,
Grandma Lexi
Lexi.
Love, and
Yeah,
they
Lexi
put her
Love.
LinkedIn on screen if you want to add
That
her.
was crazy. I was like, you're gonna show the girl's whole LinkedIn? That is
Right?
wild.
Like, anyways, they can still make it work. I do some sex work on the side, and my man, works at another institution, and we make it work. It's not my
Hmm.
primary job, but like you can come together on each
I'm
other,
sure you can
in
come
each
together.
other.
Yep. Again and again and again.
Hmm.
I like that Tony called out his own reservations about Jay's career. I was like, okay, we're getting some growth here. We're getting some growth. But I think he's like still, I think there's like, he's calling himself out on the reservations, but I think while he's working through them, they are
Hmm.
still there a little bit. You know what I mean? But I guess, like that comes with time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame Tony for that. It's a new thing, so we'll see what
I
happens.
love Rachel being like, so when did y'all know that you were connected? He goes, well, we talked about the ass eating thing. That beautiful. He says it so sincerely. Like he could it is said with the same intonation as if he was said we met at like a wedding or something. You know what I mean? Like
Uh-huh.
it's just said so casually. I love it. I love gay TV.
I love queer media.
Yeah. Well, we are in queer
Mhm.
media, so
Mhm.
mhm.
So I
Robert
like
and
reach over and you
Sam,
like grab
yeah,
the finger.
grab finger. Robert and Sam, their photo shoot, I'm just maybe highlight Sam's outfit all the more. Sam
Hmm.
talks about how Robert was called a librarian.
Who called him a librarian? I
That's
want to
what
know
I
where the
want to
clips
know.
are.
Who called him the librarian? Was someone on cast? I feel like I would call him less a librarian and more. Honestly, he gives banker. You know what I mean?
He do give banker. He gives financial Microsoft Teams trauma. That's what I get from him.
Yeah. Yeah. Librarian feels a little more meek. He feels like a little more like buttoned up, but
Hmm.
I don't know. Sam brings back the talk about the difficult conversations and he's answering all the questions. Samuel is good at interviews. He's giving
Very
what
good.
needs to be give. And Rachel Shadow brings up the I love you and asks about the
Hmm.
non-reciprocation
And
and
then Sam was just
shady.
like, it was very shady. She be watching. They showed her every single unedited clip, which I hope we get at some point.
Oh
They
yes.
showed her every single unedited clip of the show. And Sam was like, you know what? When I say it back, I want to make sure I remember that moment, what I was wearing, what we were doing, because it's special. It's intimate to me. And I'm like, you know what? I agree with that, Sam. Because, like I said last episode, when I was throwing up in the toilet and I told my man I love you, he didn't say it back because he was like, Sam, I'm not there yet. But let's give it time and see where things go. And
And
I
you
respect
you
that.
remember, but you did remember what you were
I
wearing and what you
remembered
were doing.
I had the right arm over here, the left arm over here, and
Hugging the toilet bowl. That's
I was
beautiful. It feels almost like Rachel is trying to get that kind of cow moment of Samuel saying "I love you." She wants it for her interview, and Sam's like, "Girl, I'm not gonna fucking say
Mhm.
it."
Are you saying Rachel is trying to get her mistress like viral clip moment?
Yeah, I think so, and I love her for that.
And
Moving on
we
to
finish off with
Danny
Danny
and
and
Vic.
Victor.
Yeah, pussy, 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 cunt. The
Hmm.
photo shoot. Danny's highlights look really good in these photos. Again, I'm like, damn, this makes me want highlights. I want some
Right?
a little bit of brown in here.
I want to do my hair again. Maybe I'll go for silver again. But also Zorro Green, that was a serve for the Halloween
Hmm.
look. So
Danny going, I love talking. I said that's us coded. Perfect.
Danny's a yapper, and I can't get enough of it.
They're great. The first gender non-conforming mixed Asian contestant. Mama, we are getting granular. That's like if I was like, listen, we are the first podcast hosted by a Puerto Rican and a mixed Mexican and black homosexual in Chicago. It's getting very, very granular. That
I
being
mean,
said, Nick last season was half Asian. He didn't talk
hmm.
about it though, so I guess that doesn't really count. Danny is probably the first Asian contestant to actually talk about Asian identity a bit on the show. So
Hmm.
I'm still going to give it to Danny. I'm still going to give it to them.
I gotta give it to Danny.
Yeah, because
Danny came in hot and ready, and I want every bite of it.
amen, amen. The next
Rachel's
question
also taking a bite of them. So
exactly because the next question she has is, "I hear you're a poet. Show it."
show it. And
Crazy.
Victor, it was just like deer in headlights, like
His
canceled action on
answer
Sims.
being, I brought my typewriter.
I think, honestly, Victor, as I said before, you pissed me off, but the housewives deflection you gave and then Danny swooping in to save the moment, I gotta give commends for that. Like, that was good.
It was giving spring, summer. Joggers. Joggers.
It was good.
Joggers. Joggers. Uh, spring, summer. That is September. She by Sheree. That's all I know about the
That's
Housewives.
literally what it was.
That's all I know of the Housewives is She by Sheree. She kind of gags him a bit. She says, "It's been nice
Mhm.
observing your chemistry and your body language." And this is one of those things that is like definitely a slight dig because Danny and Vic's body language definitely varies a lot.
Mhm.
It oscillates between, like Victor holding Danny's arm and caressing to like them,
Them just holding hands only,
yeah,
and
6 feet away because they're not gay. Like
hey,
that's how their body language kind of like oscillates.
honestly, when Rachel said that, I went back and I restarted the interviews. I'm like, let me watch everybody's body language because she made a
Mm-hmm.
good point.
Oh
So
yes.
Rachel
In the
don't bullshit around.
deliberations, Rachel Shadow and Stormy Daniels are in these cute little daytime tea dresses,
Hmm.
and everyone's drinking tea this episode. Everybody, like, the entire episode, truly, everyone has this delicious looking iced tea
With the fresh slice of lemon in
with the
there.
slice of lemon. I want it.
Ooh,
I
it
want
looks
it.
so good.
Yeah, I need it. For Robert and Sam, she said, "I'm seeing a lot of caretaking there." I said, "Oh, she called Robert old."
That was a dig.
That's what that means. That's what that means. And then for Danny, she said, "Adorable. I worry it might be too intellectual." It all sounded like fantasy. Anytime someone says a relationship is too intellectual, what they're really saying is there's no physical chemistry there, which is also hinted as when she was talking about the body language.
mm, I never thought about that. I was just like, okay, now that you say that, I'm like, it makes sense now.
Listen, when they brought up the Tokyo forehead kiss earlier in the episode, and then later in the episode, Danny gives Vic the Tokyo forehead kiss. Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it,
Mm.
y'all. It's the kiss of death. I swear, the forehead kiss is the kiss of death on this season or
Which
in
is
this
crazy
series.
because usually with forehead kisses, that's showing like a caretaking thing. Like that's showing deeper affection than physical is
Not all
forehead
for the
kiss.
love of
But no,
DILFs. Oh, for love of
here.
DILFs, you get that forehead kiss, baby, you're going home. Baby, you're going home. But we'll get there when we get there.
Hmm.
Tony and Jay move on to the top two and win a skydiving day. Eee, good for them.
Ooh,
That's great. We
original.
called it top of the season. We said
Hmm.
this is them. And then we move on to Danny and Vic drinking some pretty iced teas by the pool. Vic says, "I'm excited to type more poems for you, and I can't wait to leave my typewriter at your apartment so I have an excuse to keep coming back."
I know you got something to say about this.
I actually don't. I don't have anything else written here. I just have that. I literally just have the line
Hmm.
written out verbatim. I didn't have a joke or anything written. I should have, but
Oh,
the suds. It's the suds. I'm telling you,
it's the suds are getting you.
they're getting
They're gonna
me.
have to squeeze you out like they did SpongeBob.
God, I bet that feels so good. Just wring me out. Oh, God, I need that. Danny has a
Um,
poem. It says roses are red, violets are blue. My hole is open. I hope your dick is too. Now,
as a poet yourself, what are your opinions on this poem?
um, I
An
hope your
auteur,
dick
if
is
you may.
too. I feel like we can maybe workshop a bit. I don't know if I need my dick open. That
Yeah,
brings to the vibe of like Demogorgon, where like,
the face opens up.
yeah, and that's the
It
last thing
was.
I need to think about is my dickhead going that. That's terrifying.
I was kind of getting Hellraiser 2022, like the last guy in the finale where they just like peeled,
Oh
like
my
just
god.
opened him up. That's what I was kind of getting when he
That's what I
said that.
need. I need that to get rid of the suds. Just peel me
Just
open.
peel you.
Peel me open, girl.
I mean, listen, we got Mama right here. Okay, she can do it
Wait,
for
so
you.
which of the lament configurations would you be? Because there was
It's
what
a
there
box.
was carnal knowledge, there was
Hmm.
um long lasting life, there was sensations. Wait, so knowledge, sensations, uh
It's like I gotta look it up. 'Cause I
yeah,
remember I
okay.
know the six like shapes, but I can't think of like
I can't. It's fine. We can do this later. I still
okay.
have so much to get through. Point is, I swear there were a time when we could have both done this, but we have this.
Hmm.
We got the suds right now, so we can't.
Exactly.
Uh, Robert and Sam,
Oh,
they
before we move
are.
on,
Oh yes.
can we talk about this beautiful bird that flies over the mansion?
Oh my god. Yeah, you mentioned the bird. I didn't even see it until my second watch. I
You
was like, oh
didn't,
my
it
god.
was that bird was not CGI, as many people would think, just like the dolphin
Just
was
like the
real.
dolphin. The dolphin's real.
Um, no, the bird is real and it was gorgeous.
The way you said the bird is real is giving the boys mine. The bird is
The bird
real.
is real.
The bird is real. Uh,
That was it. I just wanted to bring up the
yeah.
bird. It was worth mentioning.
So Robert and Sam are in a golf cart around the mansion, taking
Hmm.
a little, what would you call it?
A
A host
stroll?
stroll? Yeah, it's a stroll, but in a car, a little drive.
A fruit loop. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, they're in a Fruit Loop. They talk about Roadhead. I love that, like, when faced with what could be their final day in the house, what do they talk about? Roadhead.
Roadhead.
Beautiful.
Um,
Beautiful.
Robert was turning so red in the confessional when asked about the Roadhead. I was like, is this a do people really get like all up and like a ooh about Roadhead?
Girl, Roadhead scares me. I'm afraid of crashing. And then you're gonna have to use the jaws of life. When the crash happens and I'm down there and I
And
can't get
you're
up and my head is hermetically sealed to his dick and we're both crumpled in the front seat and you have to use the jaws of life to pry me off of him and then you have to use the jaws of life first to get us out the car.
uh
Just kill me. Just kill me there. And it's gonna be a closed casket because my mouth gonna be unhinged like a jaw, like a snake, and I don't
oh
need no
like a
one to see
snake.
that. You're the snake, baby. You're the snake.
Wasn't that the thing in
Happy
Scary
Lunar
Movie
New
1?
Year.
Wasn't the guy getting Roadhead when they hit old girl in the car like the opening of the movie and that's why he was like running into shit?
Oh my god, yeah, he
That
was.
was a
Yeah.
Roadhead moment, right?
Well,
Okay.
yeah, 'cause he, he was like, just lick it. And then when the drunk guy went up at the top of the
He just like
window,
stepped on her head,
he
right?
stepped on her and forced her down more, and that's when he started swerving and hitting stuff. Yeah, that's one. Um, I
Roadhead is
appreciate
great.
that Sam is like, listen, I'm passionate and sensual, but don't forget, baby, at the end of the day, I'm a man and I like to fuck.
Hmm.
Let me know
It's
your butt.
giving very secret life of the American teenager. Like, I have needs, Amy. That's what it was.
Why are
And
you
yes, I did
bringing up
love that show.
Secret Life of an American Teenager? That is
It just,
crazy. I
you
haven't
know,
heard that since like sixth grade. That is wild. And that was like mandatory viewing for the girls. Not for me, but for some of the girls.
I mean, listen, I'm like an encyclopedia of like the nichest thing, like the scary movie one, now
Yo,
Secret Life. What's
wait, so
next?
was that the one where they had the episode where one of the people was like, I'm dyslexic, and the other girl started crying as if it was like
Yeah,
a
that was the
cancer
show.
diagnosis?
That show literally was such good reality television.
That I
Like
was
Teen Mom
talking
would be
about this
nothing
the other
without that
day.
show.
I was trying to show this to Jasper and nope, like we could not find it. And I thought it was like I knew it was one of those old kind of like soap opera
Uh-huh.
kind of shows, but I couldn't find the clip. Now I know that it's Secret Life of American Teenager, so I'm gonna Google it.
That's the
Um
one.
yeah. Robert said the experience made him realize how much he's got to work on himself and how he actually wants to be with someone. Perhaps I said, "Girl, that's why you're here."
Mm-hmm.
But I do think when he says wants to be with someone, I'm like, does that mean not Samuel? Does that
Because
mean
it's
like
different, like want to be with someone versus want to be with Sam, want to be with
right?
you.
Yeah. So that's is
It's
this like was this him dipping his toe back into the dating sphere, and then once he leaves the show, he's gonna
enter his
go.
hoe phase, like
Well,
David
no,
Archuleta.
he's been in his whole
Oh,
phase.
oh,
Because that was the storyline a couple episodes ago when he didn't know how to court because he's been in his whole phase.
I thought he was. I thought this is the beginning of his hoe phase because when he was trying to court, he didn't know how to because he'd been married and then like alone.
Well, because before that, after the divorce, all he was doing was hooking up.
You know what? You're right. I blocked
So
the
this
hooking
is
up
less
part
whole
off.
phase, and
That's
this
what it
is
was.
more
Sorry.
dating
I had the
dating
bed bugs.
phase.
That's what it
Not the
was.
bed bugs, please. I was at the Field Museum. Did you see the picture I posted?
I did see it. Yes, it was.
I was shocked. I was in the Field Museum, and in the basement they have all the bug stuff, and I saw the bed bug. I said, "Oh no,
It's over here. Like
girl!"
I, true life. I cannot escape DILF Mansion.
Yeah, literally, I cannot. I can't do it. There was something else I was gonna say. Oh, David Archuleta. Oh yeah, David Archuleta goes on one date with my friend, and boom, enters his whole phase. That's crazy.
That's it.
My friend knocked the Mormon out of him.
Send your friend to Salt Lake City because some of them bitches need the Mormon knocked out of them too.
Yeah, they call that soaking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what soaking is?
Oh yeah, I know. They talked about it on Salt Lake City, but I already
Oh,
knew before that
screaming.
because I'm a
Okay, so
real freak. So
not you a real freak.
no,
Would you have someone help you soak?
because I want to ride the dick on my own.
That's true. Well, I mean, technically you're riding it on your own. Someone's just shaking the bed.
They're just, you know what? I
Next time you have a
I'm a,
three-way, I dare you to try it.
I know. I was like,
Just as like
I'm a
a
real
funny cookie
freak.
moment,
I'm gonna try it.
Just be like, guys, can we try something? I want to
Just
live
real quick.
my Mormon fantasy. You could like tie a little bonnet on your head or something. Wait, no, that's Amish. I lied. That's not Mormons. Mormons don't do
Well,
that.
no, they did do that because they had it in Salt Lake City season 4. They had an
They do have
episode.
bonnets.
Yeah, they did a bonnet thing and they shook the butter and then they got into a fight and some girl cried and
Oh my
yeah,
god.
it
Okay, yeah,
was.
yeah. You could tie a little bonnet, and you could be like,
Mhm.
maybe we could churn butter in a room which there are no others.
Wait, speaking of
Yes.
that, at the reunion, I need them to play that game because the game of the bonnet episode was okay. So you're traveling through the desert or whatever, and you're Mormon, you're on your wagon. Your wagon has too much weight, and you have to
Okay.
toss someone off the wagon. Who do you toss?
Oh my god.
It was a messy ass game, and that's where a girl cried. It
Wait, so they
was
each just have to choose someone else in the group who they would toss?
yes, it was one of those based like who do you trust the least? Like one of those kind of games.
Oh,
A housewife kind of game, and
that's
it got real
crazy. I don't
heated
even know
real
how you could.
quick.
How is that a game? That's not a game. What is that?
I loved it. I watched
That's
it
so
multiple
funny.
times.
Um, let's talk about this skydiving. Is it true? Do black people not skydive?
No, I honestly could not think of a single black person I know who has skydived,
Skydiving?
skydiving.
Skydiving is a drag queen.
Oh, earlier,
Skydiving. I know her. Skydiving.
earlier you were talking about how Danny was given what they need to been gove. I was gonna say that, but like I was like, I'm not gonna do it right now. But I was thinking it.
Yo.
Tony also said black people don't do extreme sports.
He said being black is an extreme sport.
It is. I wake
Yes.
up every day in fear.
Huh.
Hmm.
In this
Huh.
America,
I'm acting.
I'm acting.
Um,
But
yeah,
Jay's like, I'm ready to
it's.
have fun. So Jay gets up there and does it, and he looks
Mhm.
like he's having the time of his life.
I thought about when Jay was skydiving of that video on Tumblr that was going around of the guy skydiving and his dick was just like flapping up in the air. Do you know what I'm talking about? You don't know.
Maybe that does sound vaguely familiar, but I've seen a lot of dicks, so I don't
It
know.
was it was a really
Well,
popular gif of the guy just woo and
I
just
have seen it. You know what?
flopping
Yeah,
up in the
you're right. I
back.
have seen it. I'm trying to think what other context would I have seen skydiving dick, but you're right. You're
It's
right.
Tumblr. That's the context.
Yeah.
It's the context in which every video.
Everything, the context of what came and what is and what will always be. The
So
coconuts. I don't know. The shot of Tony standing with the rainbow behind him is killing me, man. This is giving
2028 presidential
presidential.
campaign.
Yes.
I
Yes.
I kind of want to make that my wallpaper. I'm gonna like email the producers and be like, "Can I have this shot? Can I have this frame, this second of this episode, like HD 4K? Because I want to have it on my desktop."
Yeah.
It
Yep.
was really.
It's so fucking good. Like just standing there, sunglasses on. It's just he was eating. I wish
Mhm,
he had gone and done it. I get why he did, skydiving is kind of spooky. However, I feel like
mhm.
that's one of those things that like in the moment you're like, oh hell no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm scared. But then like you kind of look back at it and you're like, damn, I kind of missed out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Would you do it?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Free
Okay.
skydiving. I ain't gotta pay for it. Yeah, I'm doing it.
That's-
Are you doing it?
I thought about it. Heights already just get me. So, you know
Heights get
what?
me
I say
too,
fuck
but
it. I
I
think I
think
would
when
do
you're
it.
that high, it's such a disconnect. Like your brain doesn't even realize, you
Hmm.
know what I mean? Like everything is just so disconnected from it. I will say I'm going to need someone to jump for me because I'm going to
Wait,
get
like
to
you
the
don't want to be
edge.
the one to jump out the plane?
I'm going to get to the edge of the plane and I know my feet are going to stop.
Got you.
They're
Okay,
just
now
going
I'm
to
putting it
stop.
together.
So I'm going to need because they got the professionals hooked up to you.
Hmm.
I'm going to need him to do the little jumping with me.
I think I would want to do it to recreate my Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy 13, like, them jumping out of the airship moment. I think that's what I would try to channel.
Period. And I would try to do the snap.
Oh,
Follow my little gravity boots.
hmm I pull a Vanille, just like, land on this ass and just the oi,
Oy.
and then, yeah.
Okay, wait. So you have a professional strapped to the back of you. What happened? You ever think that someone like goes up
Mhm.
skydiving and the guy that they have strapped back to them is like rock hard?
I never thought about that, but now I am thinking about it.
I am thinking about it now.
We gotta go.
Well, only one way to
Baby
find
daddy's
out.
in the sky.
That's you in the plane, strapped to this man, grinding on him.
But like,
I can't wait to jump out this plane. Oh my god. That's
um,
sexual harassment, okay?
that actually is. Yeah,
Sexual
we're actually not
harassment.
doing that.
We're not doing that.
We end this challenge. We end this moment with Tony apologizing, saying, "I'm sorry, I'm black."
That
Um,
is so funny. Oh my god, this shit is
Tony, consider that
hilarious.
stolen. I am saying that because that's honestly one of the funniest things I've heard this entire episode. Just,
Yeah, Tony's giving
I'm
us like
sorry, I'm
comedic
black.
gold all season. He's so funny. We move on to the moment we have all been waiting for, the
Yes.
compatibility test. Oh my god. Also, Samuel again slays it out with the outfit. He's got this cute top with all the
Hmm.
chains in the middle. I'm loving it. I do feel again, like this year, some of these compatibility questions are less about compatibility and more about personality stuff. Or
Hmm.
also, there are some questions wherein I think you can have difference of opinions and they can both be true and you can still be compatible and you can
Hmm.
still, be together. Um, I think the one that maybe stood out to me is Samuel Robert, do you want more kids or do you want kids? Samuel says yes because he doesn't have kids. Robert says no because he already got kids.
He don't want more
You know what
kids,
I mean?
like the
He don't
economy.
want more kids. And I think both of those things can be true, but as they get
Hmm.
together, Samuel would get closer to Robert's kids and stuff. You know what I like even though the kids are closer in age to him, it would still be there's
Yes.
still a power dynamic there, right?
Hmm.
But I think those two things can be true even though they answer differently. So I don't think points like that necessarily kind of line up.
Hmm. No, I
But
agree with you on the kid thing because
yeah.
it's one of
And I
those gray
wonder,
areas.
I do wonder in prepping for this, how much of it is like, all right, let's talk about things we agree on and let's talk about like what I think you're going to answer. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Kind of like one of those things where like you got two men in jail and they could both take the plea deal. And if
Oh,
they both take it,
oh.
nobody goes to jail. If one of them takes it, the other one gets the fall. And then if nobody
Hmm.
takes it, they steal the money and get out for free. It's like one of those things.
Hmm.
You have to like
Very.
game the system.
It's very like Candy Muse in House of Villains, where they had like the blood bag challenge, where like one was good, one was bad, and Candy's like, I think she's gonna turn this one my way, so I'm gonna rotate the table and make her open the bad one. It's very that
Yeah.
the survivor of it all.
The true gag of this, for me,
Okay,
was the open relationship question.
I think they finally listened to us because you've been talking about this since like season one. Like it
Well,
seems like my
they asked
monogamy
it
is like,
last year. I'm pretty sure they asked the open relationship question last year. I just think the gag this year, Victor says no, Danny says yes. But so much of me championing their relationship this season has been me
mhm,
talking about how happy I am that they show like an open relationship dynamic. Little did I know it was the one wants to be open, one wants to be closed dynamic, which is true because we see it quite often.
mhm.
We see it quite often. But it shocked me. I will say it shocked
I
me.
was kind of not as shocked. I kind of expected that answer. I kind of expected
Really?
them to answer that way. Yeah.
I just expected after so much of them talking about like, oh, you like festive, we'll find you somewhere, or we're gonna be open,
Hmm.
and if you want to do this, you do this. I thought they were that would be one thing that they were like, like even if they don't believe it, they for sure would have both answered yes to it because so much of their storyline has been showing that dynamic. That's at least what I thought.
No, I just feel like I knew Danny enough. I knew Victor enough. I just felt like I was gonna get that. That's what they were gonna say.
Well, you got
I,
it.
yeah, I won, but at what cost?
At what cost?
I will say the questions were good, especially like the is cheating unforgivable? That was
Mm,
a good one to ask for a long-term successful relationship.
yeah. Is it unforgivable? That's a good question. I don't know what I would answer for that. I feel like if you had asked me this a couple years ago, I probably would have said no. But I feel like
Hmm.
at this point, I feel like I just value my own peace too much. I would like if you're gonna cheat on me, it's fine. We could just leave. I'll be fine by myself. It's okay. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I'll just walk away.
Mood. I I would have said yes because, like you said, the thought thing, there's so many different kinds. Like, what is considered cheating? Was it an emotional affair, a physical affair? There's
Mm-hmm.
a Housewife Salt Lake City storyline right now where it's just like you say your husband cheated, and then it comes out the reunion. And well, he was just texting another woman a little bit more intimately than I would have liked. And everyone's like, so did he cheat or was it not? You said it was an emotional affair, you're in tears. Now you're saying it's not that bad. It's very
And what
like,
does it mean? A little more intimately than I would have liked.
it's
What
so
would you have
vague.
liked? Like, what's the limit here? For me, I like to go back to something that my friend used to tell me in college.
Mhm.
He used to say, "My man can cheat, but for every time he does it, he's losing an inch." So
You do it too much, you only getting the tip. And
he
you ain't
can
getting no
he
shaft.
can
Like
cheat, but we chopping off an inch every time.
that is so misery coded, but I kind of love it.
It's one of my favorite quotes. I love it. I don't know if he made it up or where he got it, but it's beautiful. I just think that's gorgeous.
Hmm.
The boys are talking on the couch, and I completely forgot that Tony had to do this already in season one.
Yeah. And they show a little clip of it because that was the reason why he went home. And now that when they played that clip, I remember I think they had like the lowest score, but obviously they went home, but it was like an abysmally low score on
Damn,
that compatibility challenge, if I remember.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot that. I love that they're just like all making out and cuddling, and the night statue in the back is just
That's gonna be us. When we get our
that's
cameo on the
that's
back of the
us.
couch, we're just gonna be
Yeah, I'm in the
okay.
back. I'm in the back of the couch with your daddy. He's twerking and popping a perk.
The way I've listened to that like 6 times, like yesterday alone. I
Oi,
haven't played it today yet.
oi,
Oi,
mate.
mate.
It's so good. Trying to please have mercy. I don't get paid to the end of the week.
Ugh. I told him put that shrimp back in his fucking pants.
Pants.
Like, ugh.
That's the shit that makes me mad.
God, I love
It's Sea China
Sea China. I
Queen.
was literally about to say Siechna because I know it
No,
made you so
Siechna.
confused when you said it.
Siechna.
When I said it the first time, you were like, "Who?"
Siechna. That is sending me. Moving on to the final elimination. Danny gives Victor the Tokyo forehead kiss, like I said, and I have written here, is this the kiss of doom? And then a couple lines later, it was the kiss of doom.
It was,
The winning couple won by
and indeed
one
it
point.
was
1 point, and that couple is Robert and
Robert
Sam.
and Sam.
Robert and Sam. Victor's
And the
talking
one
about
point,
caressing Danny's back through the energy transfer and feeling good. I said, "Oh my God, is Victor a Reiki specialist?"
I thought Victor was a new Beyonce because she'd be talking about I give y'all the energy and y'all give it back to me, and you are the
Oh,
visual and
oh! Now we are the visual. You are the bed bug.
you. Oh, that was so good. Okay,
You
clip
are the
that.
bed
That was
bug.
good.
That is no, not like
Uh,
the Victor Yates Renaissance.
oh,
You are the bed bug. Oh my god.
these points were close. Like Sam and Robert got 18 questions out of the 20 correct with each other. To be 1 point
Damn.
off from that, that's kind of crazy. These couples were
Hmm.
in sync this season.
Oh yes. I mean that makes sense. I feel like everyone knows it's coming. That it's something you have to practice
Hmm.
for. You kind of know generally what kind of stuff is going to be asked. Of course, they throw in some curveballs there, but just through talking, so I feel like you can cover a lot of it.
Hmm.
It brings me back to remember we watched season 1 and I had you and Abel answer the compatibility test questions.
Oh my God. That was trauma.
Before the podcast was a thing, and we're watching season 1, and I sat there like Stormy Daniels, and I had a fake microphone to my face, and I had y'all close each other's eyes, and I had you answer the compatibility questions.
You did. I remember that. We're going to do that again, honestly.
Oh yeah, we'll
We
do
should
that
do that
again. When
again.
we watch season 1, we'll do it. Uh, yes. Leaving the bedbug era, entering the love bug era. I wrote, girl, please.
Put it away. I hated
No.
it. I hated it.
But I thought you love when the girls telegraph their own growth. And that was they telegraphed that whole the bedbug to love bug era of it all.
They he did telegraph his own redemption arc, and I'll clap for that. Okay. I do
Yeah.
love a girl being making herself the villain, the victim, and then coming out triumphant, the hero. I eat it up every time.
Even when going home,
I eat it up every
because
time.
losing is the new winning, and Vegas is good for you. I'm so tired of her saying Vegas is good for you at the end of every episode. I'm
It's
exhausted.
so is every girl just getting a ticket to Vegas? Like to be in the
Yeah,
audience? So okay, that's what I was getting,
everyone's
but I
going to
was like,
Vegas. Vegas has
okay.
put out probably so much money for this season. Vegas is pumping the girls full. Um, the top two, we've got them: Sam and Robert, Jay and Tony. Are we surprised?
I saw Jay at the end. I saw like
Yeah,
from episode one, I was like, Jay's gonna make it. And then I think for
hundred
episode
percent.
two or three, I saw Sam. I was like, Sam's gonna make it. There's so much story to be had here.
Yeah, yeah, they're making it, but who's taking it?
Whoever eats ass the best.
Oh, oh,
Hmm.
well, well.
I'm not sorry
You
for
think
being
Robert
black.
Bottoms?
I feel like Robert is versed. Oh, Robert. Sorry, I was thinking Sam. I don't know. Finance, I feel like Robert is a top.
I feel like he probably tops most of the time, but he'll bottom if he likes you enough.
Hmm.
You
Sam,
know,
I'm getting verse top from Sam.
I feel like Sam might be more true verse. I feel like he's pretty dominant
True verse. Hmm.
outside, like he's very uh kind of like forefront of the relationship in like the public sphere. That's why I feel like maybe in the
Hmm.
bedroom he might be a little a little different.
Okay, I can see that.
Who's doing the bending? That's the question on everyone's lips. Who's doing the bending?
I mean, honestly, I think at this point, I think they have to record a video and I'll be the cameraman they have to show us.
Oh, well, yes.
Hmm.
Danny and
I want to
Vic
see it.
on their way out. The Danny fit is really cute. They got this like flowy shirt with the baggy pants and the thick shoes.
Hmm.
I like that. It's very fun. Yeah, shout out to y'all. We get the finale reunion next week. Oh my god, we had the Stormy Daniels acting challenge again. The
Yes, I literally
skydiving,
put it.
the CGI skydiving. I love that they called it out by going to the blue screen room because they know that they couldn't get like the good the good CGI. Because the
I
green
love.
screen was a little rough, and I was like, "Are they?" I was like, "Did they really send this to post looking like this?" And then they called out the blue screen. I said,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, okay, good. We're good. We're good.
I
We're good."
think the best part of the skydiving was when she like lifted her leg up and you can see the dress just like resting there as she's
Yes, just
falling.
resting. I was like, "You
That was
ate
so cut.
this."
I love a gag like that. It was.
Yeah, I like that they're not afraid to make fun of themselves,
Hmm.
being like the staff and everyone. They have fun. It was cute. Um, wow, look at us. We're a
I
little
know.
early today. We don't have an interview or anything, so
I know.
we got the suds. I
Well,
think my voice is getting worse. I feel like after talking for 40 minutes, my voice might actually be worse than when we started.
ooh,
So, Mario, where can they find you?
you could find me skydiving right into some twink hole on Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky at Booty Origami.
What about Xiao Hong Shu? You on Xiao Hong Shu?
We're not on Xiao Shu, also known as Red Note, yet, but we will be. Just because I want to say I'm also on Xiao Shu, also known as Red Note, like the entire title.
There's I get these reels on Instagram sometimes, and they're these like they're AI voiceovers, and it's
Hmm.
someone I don't they're like there's different characters. One of them is Colby, and he's like a puppet, and he like
Okay.
it's like the video will be, like someone fishing or like doing random tasks, and he's like narrating them doing the task, but it always ends with him like shao hug shu. It's so funny. Oh my god, I love Colby. You can find me at Krog Hunk,
Mhm.
where I am currently having the suds. I'm thinking about restarting my Tamagotchi journey, so I'll probably be doing more
Ooh.
Tamagotchi stuff again. Or you can follow me at Poison Touch Pod for the Poison Touch Advice Hour, the podcast where Gay and his friends give you all the best and worst advice to deal with not God's predicaments. Where did that come from?
I don't know. You've never said that before.
Oh, not the spirit. Oh my god. Oh my god. I had fever dreams the other night. I
Uh-huh.
woke up terrified. Have you ever had like really freaky fever dreams?
When I saw Nosferatu, I feel like I was in one of those dreams once
Mm, don't get me
with
started.
the hand on the
Don't
face
get me
poster.
started. Yeah, when I see that shadowy hand come over my body at the night, let me bounce on it, freaky style.
I also just wanted to hear that again. It was just so funny.
No, but so I had this really freaky fever dream about big squares. Just they were like getting bigger and they were hurtling past at breakneck speeds and they were just really fast and scary. I don't know why. So I woke
Wait, is
up
it okay?
and my body's aching and my head hurts and I have a headache and it's like 5 a.m. and I like
Hmm.
deliriously I'm like getting up and I like wandered around the room aimlessly for a minute. And then I just went to go sit on the couch because I was so scared. And I went back and John was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I'm so scared of squares." He's like, "What?" I was delirious.
Where they like when you say squares, I'm over here thinking you woke up delirious, like bitch, you thought you was playing Beat Saber or something, but those are cubes. But
Kind of though, but like like
um,
like just like hurtling past me like that. It was
uh-huh.
kind of like that.
I
Like
also
you
thought
you ever
Silent
go to
Hill
sleep when you're
2.
drunk and you start feeling like zoom, zoom, zoom,
Oh yeah, like
zoom.
you're just
It was
like
kind of
flying
like
through
that.
space.
It was kind of like that, except squares were everywhere and they were terrifying. And so I woke up really scared that the squares were gonna hit me or something. I don't remember. I was really delirious, but anywho, we'll catch you next week for the reunion of the finale. If you like us, leave a 5-star review. It helps us with the algorithm. We'll catch y'all next week. Shao Hug Shu.